Brian David Marshall Sutcliffe here in the booth, and we are getting ready to watch Gerard Fabiano, who is 9-0 after day one of Grand Prix Montreal, draft Theros, Born of the Gods.
Not in that order.
Not in that order, absolutely. Yes, I realized. I was like, damn it, I've gone down the road of Theros.
I've done that before, too.
Head judges making some announcements, and then guys are going to start cracking the packs. Marshall, what are you expecting to see in this draft? I mean, Gerard is kind of famous in this draft format, certainly in the triple Theros format, for drafting the red-white aggro deck and really popularizing, like, playing, fewer than 16 lands.
Yeah, I've seen him run. I think he pushed it all the way down to 10.
Did he really?
He was in experimental phase at that time, but he was routinely wanting. Yeah, he was running 14 or 15 pretty consistently with some of the pools he was posting up on social media, and he was the one that started that hyper aggressive. Let's see if he sticks to that plan here. We know the red cards and even the white cards in Born of the Gods are quite good.
Right. Do you feel like the red-white deck has gained or lost with the addition of Born of the Gods?
I think the ideal red-white deck has gained. I think that you're taking on significant risk by going for red-white, though, because the red in Theros is significantly worse than it is in Born of the Gods. So you have to hope you're the one doing it.
Okay.
And it's very enticing in Born of the Gods to go for it, because you're going to see a lot of very good red commons floating around here.
Bolt of Keranos.
Yeah. Follow the hammer 5th pick or something, and you're like, okay, we're in. But then it's all a Crone Crusaders by the time you get there.
I'm pretty happy with Rise to the Challenge even in that deck.
Been solid. Turns out combat tricks are good in this format, and there's a million of them.
Yeah. And then once you get combine combat tricks with heroic triggers, whee!
Yep, and the red-white deck certainly is good at doing that. But there's also other options available now. I think the key in Born of the Gods is to plan for Theros. The cards in Theros are much better than they are in Born of the Gods, so you need to be aware of what's coming up in the next 2 packs, since that makes up 2/3 of your pool.
One of the things a lot of people have talked about this weekend is the idea that because black is kind of thin in Born of the Gods,
it is indeed,
that you can sort of gobble it up and then feast on it in the next 2 packs.
You can absolutely do that. That's something that I like to do quite a bit, actually.
All right, here we go. So there's a 68, a Fall of the Hammer, Searing Blood.
Oh, jeez.
Spiteful turns really good. Fury Dragon, is he going to go big?
I think he's going to go big. I mean, Forge Stoker Dragon.
That costs more mana than some decks he's played.
That's true. He needs to draw all his lands. Yeah. Still, Forge Stoker Dragon's a bomb. I mean, it's not an exciting one, but it's a 6 mana, 5 power flyer that can start killing their creatures, and it's just not really passable, I don't think. The fact that he's passing a few good red cards is a consideration, but it's not a reason not to take it.
I could just see taking the Asphyxiate there and sending multiple people into red.
You could do that. I think that generally speaking, the best strategy is still just to take the best card and not care as much what's happening to your left. Still, that's definitely a line. Asphyxiate is very strong. He went with the dragon.
Yeah.
You just got, I mean, look, those things just win games. There's your buddy, the Fellhead Brawler.
Whoa.
Well,
one time for Tomocratus.
Yeah, so Tomocratus is the most powerful card here, but it's also a 7-drop followed up by a 6-drop in blue-red, not a color combination that's very good at actually getting you to that super late stage of the game. So I think Gerard's going to have to pass Tomocratus here and maybe pick up something a little bit more conservative that can actually keep him alive.
I think he's going to go with...
I think he is too. Yeah, he's taking it. All right, so we'll see where Gerard goes. I mean,
he's doing a theme draft. You've got to draft one casting cost higher than the last card.
So Archetype of Endurance upcoming here, or bust.
Okay, so
there's a Perplexing Chimera. That's an interesting one.
There's a Stormcaller.
Oh, yes. After taking expensive blue and red cards, the Stormcaller's a pretty nice view there.
So you can scry your Tomocratus away.
Exactly. I mean, honestly, like, if he takes Perplexing Chimera here, he's picked a 7, a 6, and a 5 for his first 3 picks out of Born of the Gods, and he's going to have a lot of work to do to get to that.
I really like Stormcaller here. Oh.
He can't decide. He's going to take Perplexing Chimera. I mean, that card, it is very aptly named.
Yeah.
It is hard to play with and play against.
There's a Fall of the Hammer.
Pick 4, Fall of the Hammer. So Gerard's got to be super excited to see that. Wow, and a Crowan Phalanx, too. So here's the red and the white that we were talking about in Born of the Gods.
There's a lot. I mean, clearly these are all the players who finished at the top of the standings yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe they've got the memo that white's overdrafted.
Yeah.
And as a result, at this table, someone's getting a bargain.
No kidding. He does take the Fall of the Hammer. I like that pick. It goes in his deck. Yeah, it's just that a Crowan Phalanx is definitely the beginnings of a pretty strong white signal. We'll have to see how it shapes up from there.
Ferrous-Band Tromper.
Yeah, it looks like
another Swordwise Centaur. Green's also going around here.
It is indeed. Both of those
Swordwise Centaur in the last pack as well, right?
I don't know. I didn't see one, but those are both very strong cards for green, at least by Born of the Gods standards. I mean, they're not Nessie Naps. Is he going to take Impetuous Sunchaser here?
Sure. No.
I don't think that's the pick here, but Swordwise Centaur.
Yeah.
So I kind of like going in that direction. You know, I'm thinking Tromacratus maybe isn't.
Sure, red green, but possibly splash a little bit of blue.
Yeah, for your Stormcaller or something. I mean, red green also not a color pair I'm excited to be in.
Sure.
But his power level of his cards is quite high so far.
There's a Nyxborn Wolf.
Yeah, let's see if there's anything else here. Yeah, there's really
premium
not.
Green commons. I like Ashiok's Adept.
I think it's just okay.
It's okay.
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
I mean, I like it like here in this seat right now. If I was, in that color.
I'm windmill. Yeah, if I was in that color, that's. I think that's about the right price for it. But Nyxborn Wolf here for Gerard is a great pickup. Yeah, I'd definitely take the Wolf myself.
He looks like he's thinking about switching here.
Oh, thank God, Gerard.
he zigged in the zig. He stayed on the zig plan. He did not go with zag there.
No, he went into green. Oh, and now he gets a Noble Query as well. So things coming around for him as far as green goes. I think that switch to Swordwise Centaur is going to prove fruitful for him here, as Noble Query is quite nice. Uh-oh. It looks like he's deciding between the Temple and the Noble, though. Takes the Temple. Wow. I'm surprised by that.
Chorus of Tides, Mind Reaver. Clearly Chorus of Tides here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Mind Reaver doesn't actually do anything.
No, it's just a hard to cast 2/1.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do a lot better than that. So Chorus of the Tides. And does he have anything here? No, not really.
Fearsome Temper, kind of.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. It's weird because I don't know where his deck goes from here. Like, if he takes a Fearsome Temper, he's going to take a Sphinx's Disciple and stay on blue. But I mean, look, I don't mind that pick, but I don't love it either.
It's a late divination.
That is. I like picking up a divination here. That seems good.
Yeah.
I think Gerard liked that too.
I have first picked the divination.
Have you?
Pack. I mean, not in a great pack. Crypsis seems like an easy pick here.
Yeah, I think so too. Kraken of the Straits, not an unreasonable Magic card.
If it was an 8, I'd say pick it here because just
get the cycle.
You can keep the straight going.
Yeah. All right, and he finds
Kraken of the Inside Straight.
Something. He finds a Revoke Existence.
All right. You got to take the Sun Bond here. Who knows what you could do with a Sun Bond?
Yeah, he decided to pass it.
What you're really hoping to do with a Sun Bond is have your opponent play Sun Bond.
Yes, that's exactly it. And he kept that dream alive by passing it. So a little bit of an interesting start here for Gerard. He's seeming to settle in blue-green.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because he's got the dragon. Yeah, Forge Stroker Dragon.
He's got the Stormcaller of Keranos.
Right.
So here we get to see
He's
what
also
he
got a Follow the Hammer in there too. So I think we could definitely see Splash though.
Or he could just be red blue. I mean, he's only got his green cards were pretty speculative.
That is true. That is a good point.
I would say he's more solidly red blue. Yeah.
I don't know if solid is the word I would use in any case to describe the cards he has in front. I mean, right now, he's got work to do in a big way. Like, this deck is not going in any particular direction yet.
Yeah.
It's also very high on the mana cost curve. He has very few ways to affect the game in the early stages with his red and blue cards. So he's going to have to make a decision pretty early in Theros about where is this deck really going. And that's going to be, I think that's going to be the interesting part about what he opens here. I mean, sometimes you just open really powerful stuff and take it, but sometimes, you know, you need to know, like, which colors am I, where are we going?
You would want to open right now in this situation?
Well, I see, it depends on what colors he actually is. I guess if he's in blue, I guess I'd take, like, a Prognostic Sphinx.
Yeah,
Prognostic
Sphinx would be a sweet.
Yeah. He does, it does feel like he's in blue pretty solidly here, so. The hard part is if he opens, you know, something really good in green, something like that, where it's like he doesn't know which direction to go.
Sealock monsters at the front of the pack early.
Wow, this pack's bad.
Yeah.
And he draws, and he opens, his rare is a green good card but not great card, and Thausa is fine.
Hard to play.
Yeah, it's just...
I mean, hard to actually get that value off of it.
I think I've played that card quite a bit, and I've attacked with very few lands. Or blocked. But a 4/5 for 5 mana is perfectly fine. It does have a little upside too sometimes. Right. Yeah, I think I like Sealock Monster here myself because, I mean, it feels like he's in blue. And he's going to take on Thausa. So he's making a stand here. He says, look, I'd rather have a 4/5 than a 5/5, and I'm going into the other color.
Right,
so
and he also just needs to pay a little more to make sure he gets his green cards right now. If that's what he's going to do.
It's just interesting because, I mean, that could have been Gerard saying, ooh, nice.
And there's a lightning strike.
Yeah, he's super excited for these, though.
A Triton Tactics, a Griptide.
Wow, this pack. This has some stuff. And nothing else at the back, though. Wow. I still like taking Voyages in, but the interesting thing here, though, is that by taking the double green card there, I mean, you can't have all of it. Like, he's effectively saying, I'm not playing my dragon.
Right, yes.
You know? So that means that this Lightning Strike would be a splash card, probably.
Sure, you splash Lightning Strike and follow the hammer.
Yeah.
That seems fine.
It does, but why not just take Voyages in if that's the case, right? All right, he's taking it. So maybe he's red-green? Maybe the blue cards aren't back in there. This is...
I think you're overlooking the obvious solution.
Which is all of them?
In there.
Yeah, no, you could completely be correct.
There's a Nessie Nest. Wow, Daxos. Wow.
Yeah. I mean, look, I don't know what colors Gerard is in. I don't know if he knows, but Nessie and Asp is the best card in this pack here.
Yeah.
And if he's in green after taking a double green spell with his first pick of the Theros pack, I think you just windmilling the Asp and moving on with your life here.
Yeah, it looks like that's where he's at, too.
Yeah.
There didn't seem to be much debate there for him on the Asp.
What, is there much debate?
No, I'm saying there didn't seem to be much debate
no,
for him,
you're
like,
right.
In terms of, like,
pull it to the front.
Like, I mean, there's an argument to be made that he should take an Omen Speaker there.
Sure.
Wow, the white is just going in both
Man,
directions.
you weren't kidding when you mentioned that in the first pack. It's just there. Ooh.
Does it hurt to see? Does it hurt you to see that Heliod's Emissary and that Hopeful Eidolon just
sitting there,
going like fourth pick or fifth pick to someone? 2
premium 4-drops for the white deck, and he's pulled a relatively miserable Rage of Perforos to the front. I mean, look, you might run it, you might not. It's removal still, but it's just that low tier of removal you're not excited about.
I've actually seen this happen on not this exactly, but I mean in a number of 8/4s where people are not.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nemesis Immortal's hiding in the back of the pack there. I thought, oh no, another bad pack. Bronze Sable it is, but Nemesis Immortals came out for him. So it looks like
able to get that Satyr Hedonist back.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'd probably just be the fog.
Witch's Eye.
Yeah, or Witch's Eye, yeah.
Where people are just like scared off of white. They think everyone's drafting it.
Yeah, Gerard seems to have found a nice little niche here, though, with green, and I like the way that the green direction has gone for him here.
Wait, does he have Commune with the Gods at the top there?
He does. And a couple of blue cards here.
Crackling Triton, like especially if he's splashing the red.
Yes. I like Crackling Triton quite a bit if he's going to be playing blue. He may have abandoned that by now.
Yeah.
I mean, look, his blue at this point is not amazing. I mean, my assumption here is that he's abandoned it.
I don't know if there's a better card in there than said Scorpion for him.
No, said Scorpion's fantastic.
Buy a couple of turns here.
He needs this early game. Yeah. It's in his color. Yeah. He's super happy to see that. Yeah, I mean, don't we have the signals here from Gerard that he's abandoned blue?
Yeah.
So he's green-red. He wants to play the dragon.
Oh, and there's an Ilea's presence.
Okay.
And a smile from Rashad.
Trauma Kratos.
Rashad just made jazz
back online. Yeah. That's actually true. I can confirm that. So Nylea's presence for Gerard's a nice little fixer there.
Yeah, it gives him a little bit of velocity, a little.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And roll route Raptor, like.
Yeah, there's nothing else for him here. Right? Yeah, for sure. There's nothing else here.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Bronze Sable do the hard work yesterday. Like sometimes you just need to play a creature.
It's true.
Another Commune with the Gods. Spark Jolt, a Crone Crusader.
Neither of these particularly good for his deck. He's going to take the Spark Jolt here. Nice, he got back Destructive Revelry.
Yeah. Dragon Fortune Hunter going around super late.
That's pretty late, yeah.
Like blue is definitely been open. Oh, the Spellheart Chimera. No. What could have been?
Ignore.
What could have been?
Such a dreamer. Wow. Forest Warden. That's interesting. That card got a little better, I think, after Born of the Gods.
A number of people said. Have you ever played a Witch's Eye?
No.
No?
I have not.
Yeah. Just to give you an idea of where I think that card is, neither have I.
Okay. So here's all the blue cards that are likely not going to get played by Gerard here. Now, he might splash something like easy. Maybe, he can splash Divination.
Splash Divination, yeah.
Yeah. But it looks like he settled pretty hard in Theros here into red-green. And then he's got a few things. Trauma Kratos is pretty ambitious. Chorus of the Tides is something he could play. Sphinx's Disciple's not worth a splash. His green is just a lot better thanks to Theros.
Yeah.
And his red actually has suffered a bit now. It's interesting. The cards he's playing are pretty good so far. The Dragon's obviously awesome. Lightning Strike and Fall the Hammer are very good. He just doesn't have anything else.
Voyaging Satyr.
Oh, he sure does.
Is there any card he would like take over Voyaging Satyr?
I mean, out of the commons, probably not at this point.
You would take Voyaging Satyr over Nestine Aspia for sure, right?
That's an interesting choice.
At this point.
Yeah, probably would. Yeah, I probably would. I think that those are generally really close picks.
I do too, but
yeah.
It's
and I think
he really needs
he could use a Voyaging Satyr.
And a 2-drop.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't have a lot going on in the early game right now. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how this third pack goes for him here. This is going to be the make it or break it pack for Gerard. I mean, his deck is okay right now, but he did sink quite a few picks into blue in the first pack. And let's see what he's got.
Opal and Unicorn.
Oh,
wow.
Baby.
What
Pause Crusher. Boom.
Look at that foot just ready to
slam
down on somebody's
cut his toenails in a few years, and he's like, get in there. Wow, what a nice pickup for Gerard here. Clearly playing well and getting rewarded. Moves into a green-red and opens a green-red rare.
That might come back for him here?
Centaur Battlemaster is the only one.
You think it might?
It's possible.
It might come around?
Yeah, it's possible. I don't think if I was in Gerard's seat I would plan on it, but I wouldn't be shocked to see it. It is his first pick here after all. Oh, he's definitely looking for the unicorn to come back, Rashad. I just don't think it's going to. Yeah, fingers crossed. Hey, another one.
Unicorn.
But let's see if he has something better to pick up here.
I like Satyr Rambler here. Wow. I don't know if I like the Ordeal.
I don't either.
I like the Agent of Horizons. I like this.
He needs early creatures.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like the Agent of Horizons. Actually, he might splash blue anyway.
Yeah.
I don't feel good about the Ordeal of Porphyros.
I don't either.
He doesn't have anything to put it on.
No, he doesn't. Putting it on your dragon is not great. I mean, it's probably the most powerful card here for him.
Absolutely the most powerful card.
But yeah, he's going to go with it. I mean, he still has the whole rest of this pack to pick up kind of anything to play in the early game.
Sure.
But yeah, this is not a maximized Ordeal.
Yeah, I would have gone either. I think Agent or even Unicorn there.
Yeah. Oh, nothing.
Oh boy, that Nylea's Disciple is.
Yeah, you can see he's toying around with the ideas of Horizon Chimera, but it feels like in this deck he just wants to pick up the Disciple here and be happy about it. You know,
should on average gain him 2 life.
At least.
Maybe actually probably 1.7. Because it's going to get killed at least 1 game in response to the trigger. No, he takes the Horizon Chimera.
All right. So
blue is still in play.
It is. I mean, look, if Gerard's planning on splashing blue anyway, I guess he'd rather have the Chimera.
Right. And he's thinking about getting the Ordeal on the Chimera and being able to attack with it. And there's another Disciple.
Yeah, and that looks like the pick here.
Oh, yeah.
But again, you know, we've been sort of nervously picking at the scab of how many 2-drops does he have? What does his early game look like? He's got like a Swordwise Centaur.
Yeah.
And if he's thinking about splashing blue, you know, that is not necessarily a turn 2 Swordwise Centaur.
He's got a Nylea's Disciple, Nylea's Presence for turn 2.
Yes. But I mean,
doesn't block
doesn't
especially
block
well.
that well, yeah.
There's an Ordeal. Oh, another Horizon Chimera. Titan Strength. Oh, there's some stuff in this pack.
There is some stuff in this pack. I mean, you can tell that Gerard really likes Horizon Chimera, and I do too. I think the card's fantastic. The problem that he's facing here is curve considerations.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he is stacked up at 4, 5, 6. He's even got a 7, but probably won't be playing it. But still, but I think that, you know, it is interesting to watch how different people draft, right? Because Gerard's clearly a power level drafter.
Sure.
Right? I mean, he's taking the most powerful option each time.
Oh, there are a lot of cards here. There's a 2-drop for you, Arena Athlete.
Yeah, not the ideal 2-drop, but geez, he just needs something at this point to do it.
Minotaur. I mean, Ill-Tempered Cyclops is a card I think the card is just completely underappreciated.
Just solid, top to bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, start to finish, beginning to end. That he just brings the solidity. But we see Gerard does take, you know, a card that he can hardly even enable its heroic ability because he needs 2s.
Look at that Flame Speaker Adept.
Yep. Good. A 2/3 for 3 is
and if he's playing his Stormcaller of Keranos, he has like, you know, kind of can turn on the Abyss.
Oh yeah. All right, combo enabled.
Yeah.
Yep, so no Voyaging Satyr for Gerard this draft.
Oh, there it is. Spellhard Chimera, Gerard.
I think he's taking Unknown Shore, yeah. Unknown Shore's a little awkward in his deck. Again, remember cards like Swordwise Centaur, you know, as some of his early game.
Omen Speaker looks... Oh,
and
there's the Unicorn.
Hey! Jazz hands. All right, so Unicorn.
Is there another one right after it, too?
It could be. That's a great pickup for Gerard here. I mean, it's no Voyaging Satyr, but it'll
Does he get Binacorn?
He gets nothing.
I mean, the Satyr Rambler's fine.
Actually, you might be right. Yeah, that is not normally a card that sees play, but when you need twos.
Sure, it's got a 270 on base percentage, but that guy's batting leadoff right now. Gerard's like, he's like, I might need to defend the heart.
He's gonna fog, yeah.
He's like, I think this is the deck.
All right, so it looks like Gerard settled green, red, splash blue.
Yeah, we watched him draft Rug Monsters.
Yeah, the question marks come in. Wow, that's a pretty good pickup. He's got to be happy with that.
Yeah.
Last pick, two-headed Cerberus. You can get a look at some of the other players at his table.
Morgan Chang, Joe Demestrio. There's David Ochoa.
Geez, this is a pretty stacked table.
Yeah.
Joe rocking the pink shirt today.
Players look around to figure out where they're going to go sit. So these players go now to register their decks.
Okay.
They do not sit next to each other. We're going to go watch what they do, and when we come back, people are going to be playing some Magic.
Yep.
We see how Gerard fared with this Rug Monsters deck. Marshall Sutcliffe, Brian David Marshall.